Yeah, I mean, I just commenting on that on the radio. I think some of that kind of stemmed from, there was a lot of I mean, you appreciate people's enthusiasm for the game, but there's a lot of like excessive talking going on, and some taunting and some things going on. And I think, it was started to really happen most of the game, but certainly late in that second half. And that's kind of what was happening. I think she was kind of, the Matt kid was, getting into us and making her comments, and just like was kind of looking at us and yelling at our team, and then just ran over the ref. But I know she was unconscious for a period of time. So I think right now she is conscious, and they've got her, taken her ambulance, but it's a very scary, serious thing. I mean, she hit very, very hard. She hit her head really hard. So, I would just really pray for her and her family and hope that she's going to be okay.
And then just to go, I mean, to the game, you guys did a lot of good things defensively, especially at Garantis, but just offensively in the second half, struggles just kind of hurt you guys there.
Yeah, I mean, our starting three guards, I think, between Cloud and Janae and Eliza, were 2 for 29 for the game. So, though we can't I mean, we won't win a lot of games with those kind of numbers. I don't care who you're playing. I think we shot 18% in both the third and the fourth. We were able to do a good job defensively. We were leading going into the fourth quarter. You knew their pressure was coming. We've practiced it for days. We've watched it. We had different press breakers. It was kind of disappointing that we couldn't, we didn't handle it as well as I thought we were capable of, especially with 3 point guards out there. But at the same time, we still got to be able to score the ball. I thought we had really good opportunities in the fourth quarter. We had really open layups, opportunities to finish in there. We got to the free throw line a little bit. We just, we just didn't convert. And then, Granti's got away, Diamond Johnson got away. Thought Mac was pretty effective. I mean, they just kind of created some offense from our inability to score the ball for sure.
Next up, Eli.
Hey Suzy, I wanted to ask, with this loss, you guys had 2 games remaining. What's kind of has to be like the sense of urgency going forward as you wrap up your season and try to secure a spot in the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good team. I mean, I feel like our net is really high. I know people keep talking about it, but I feel good about our team. I mean, I don't know. I feel good about it. Obviously, you want to win every single one of your games going down the stretch here, certainly. But we'll see. I mean, we're just one at a time. Really, we just got to evaluate this one and get better and get ready for the next one. I mean, Nebraska is not an easy game, that's for sure. And then I'm not sure what's going to happen the following week or what's on the table there besides our Wisconsin game. So we'll have to take a look at that. But, we just didn't perform offensively really the way we can. We had a lot of kids that got to the basket, and we really talked about, I know you think you're open when you get to the rim, but you just have to jump stop and throw a shot fake because they go for every block. And I felt like if we would have done that post-wise a little bit more when we were in traffic, and then definitely guards even in transition, instead of, people are coming at you, so that's great. Then you just got to be able to jump stop, throw the shot fake because they're a shot blocking team. And I felt like maybe we could have got ourselves to the line in those situations, because those are hard shots to make when you're a little guard over kind of some length or people coming after you. So, we didn't convert down the stretch there in those situations. And, I really was hoping that we would do a better job of that, because that was something we really emphasized in the scouting report.
And then, as physical as this game was, this is your 3rd game of the week. I mean, do you do anything different in practice before you travel to Nebraska, or how does that kind of look before you go there on Saturday?
Yeah, man, this is a lot. These kids, this has been a lot. It's been a long year. It's been a lot. I don't know. I mean, we're going to take a look at this one and, figure out where we can get better. And, we got to get Nia Clouden back on track. I mean, that's back-to-back games. She hasn't really played very well offensively for us. Certainly Eliza was starting to come to life, and then didn't score at all really today at all. And then, Janae's got to finish better too. But I don't know, we just got to get better. We don't have, we didn't have a starter in Julia. Julia's out, Drika's out. Drika started some games. She's a fifth-year senior. She's out. So literally after right to start the Purdue game, we were down Dreke, and then that game went on, and then Julia got hurt in that game. She's out. So now we have different combinations that we're trying to play right now. We have big lineups, small lineups. It's the first time I ever played Mo Joyner at the 4. I mean, I got to play somebody. We had to go small, a little smaller, so Tori could get a rest. And then obviously we always have Kendall and, one of our 5s, but I also have the 2 5s. So we're just really working combinations right now based on who we're going to play. Rutgers was very guard-oriented around the perimeter, so we were able to do that. When you go to Nebraska, they're kind of big power guys everywhere, so I'm not sure we're going to be able to do that guard lineup against that kind of size and the way they play, but we'll have to take a look at it.
Thank you, Suzy.
Mm-hmm.
Ian, go ahead.
Hi, Suzy. I don't know if this makes you feel better, but right now Nia and Eliza are both up the court shooting together. I'm just curious, how much was this just them struggling, or was it Rutgers that really kind of forced them to take bad shots today?
Well, I mean, you got to credit Rutgers. Rutgers' defense is always good, but I do feel like, they got it. Probably the shot that bothered me the most was late in the game. It's under a minute. We kick it up ahead, skip it opposite. Eliza's wide open behind the 3 and holds onto the ball and passes it to someone. And it's like, there's 40 seconds left in the game. We're down. Like, you're our best 3-point shooter. She wouldn't even shoot the ball. So I don't know. I don't know if she was intimidated defensively because the kid she was guarding was, kind of getting after her a little bit and taking her to school a little bit at times, especially early. So I don't know if that got her out of what has to happen. I mean, I'm glad they're out there shooting, because if those 2 don't perform offensively, we obviously struggle at times, So, I thought we had really good minutes from Ty and from Smitty. I thought Kendall gave us good minutes. Tori, Mo. We just got to get some consistency and get those 2 back to being, Garantis and Johnson kind of show up for them every game. We got to get that same mentality from those 2 every game, I think.
And how do you kind of work with them on maybe getting some of that confidence back that they had, a few games back, like against Michigan?
I mean, I tell them to keep shooting it. We run plays for them, shoot the ball. I mean, the whole bench is telling Eliza every day. We tell her, shoot the ball, you're open, shoot the ball, look for your shot. Like, I don't know, it's got to kind of come from her at some point. You got to get a chip on her shoulder and get a little mad about what's going on, because, she's very capable, and you got a whole coaching staff, like, talking to her about being a shooter, and when someone comes up on you, good, then use your shot fake, 1-2 dribble, pull up. I mean, I will give Rutgers, credit in terms of, like, their defense. I think they were very, got into those kids a little bit. We're real physical with Clouden for sure. But still, we had great opportunities. We just missed a lot at the rim and some free throws. And, down the stretch, we gave them some easy buckets in their defense. So, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, those 2 got to kind of buck up a little bit here down the stretch for sure.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So, like Ian just said, Nia and Eliza are both out here taking shots. Did they say anything to you before they came out on the court, let you know or anything?
No, that might be the first time they've done. I've seen, like, our walk-on, Lo Jackman's been out there before. I know. I guess I don't know if they've ever done that before, but it's good to know they're doing that, because, they're kind of our Batman and Robin, as I say, and we didn't seem to have Batman or Robin today, and that's not an easy game to go into if you don't, you don't have consistency scoring-wise. So, yeah, it's difficult, but we'll be all right. I mean, they're really good kids. They're hard workers. I have a lot of confidence in them. They just kind of got to get it back a little bit and get their toughness back and their focus back a little bit, which I know they can do.
And then one more thing about Julia Aaron's injury. What's kind of the extent of it?
She's in concussion protocol, so everything about all of her tests were negative. She's fine that way. But they she has a concussion, I guess, so I'm not sure how long that could be. We'll see. But, I mean, I'm not sure, yeah. And Drake has a torn meniscus, and I think she has cysts in her knee, so I don't, she's a tough kid. She's been playing with that most of the year. People don't really know that, but, if she could physically play, she would be out there. That girl, I know, like, she doesn't give in to anything, She's got a little warrior in her. She's got the most out of her body. Her body just right now she's in a lot of pain right now. And for that kid to say she's in pain, it means something. Other kids kind of have a different pain tolerance, but that girl, I mean, she's played through it all, and so she's been really struggling as of late. So she would have helped us, obviously, I think, out there today with, toughness and fifth-year senior and attacking the basket and defensively and rebounding. I mean, that's kind of Drika's game. So not to have her was disappointing, and certainly Julie as a starter for us. So not to have her kind of affected us a little bit today. Just people playing out of position a little bit just to be able to get through this game.
All right, one more here with Brian.
Yeah, Suzy, I just wanted to ask you about Maura Joyner and just the way that she's really kind of come on and performed for you over the back half of the season here, and really what she gave you guys today as well, too.
Yeah, I thought Mo was great. I mean, we've been starting her. We had started her in the Purdue game for another issue, but I think, Mo is so versatile, and she plays with such guts and toughness and defensively focuses, and she's a good shooter. I think when we drive and penetrate and she has opportunities to knock shots down, she's been shooting the ball extremely well for us here last couple games. We decided to bring her off the bench a little bit here just due to the pressure situation, and also just I needed a little scoring off the bench if I wasn't going to have Julia, and I needed to know with Mo, with her, if we needed to go small, I could put her in for Tori, right, and play the 4, or we could have played Kendall or what have you. So we just didn't know how the game was going to go. So to give Mo the opportunity just to kind of let the game start and us to be able to see how they're going to play, what kind of isolations they're coming after, who they're looking at. From an offensive standpoint, we just needed to see that because Mo's so versatile. I can put Mo on a post player and I could put Mo on the point guard, and she did a heck of a job today defensively. So for us, it was just getting a good matchup and seeing what we might need. As you know, Tori got 2 quick fouls, so then we had to put Mo at the 4. It's the first time in her career she's ever played the 4 for us, ever. So we had to go a little smaller, but it worked against Rutgers, and she's just such a smart, headsy kid. She can do whatever we need her to do,
Alrighty, thanks everybody. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good day.